Hi guys, welcome back to another tech video. In this video, we will talk about some simple ways to personalize your Mac. If you're new here and haven't followed this Facebook page or subscribed to our YouTube channel, don't forget to tap the follow button on Facebook and or the subscribe button on our YouTube channel to see more MCPL content. We bring you interesting tech videos every week on Wednesdays and Fridays. This video is another part of our long-running MacBook Pro Basics series, where I show you some beginner-type things that you can do on your MacBook. Today we'll look at the ways that you can customize the Finder app. If you're new to Macs or Apple devices in general, you'll find that any deep system customizations that are possible on an Android device are restricted on an Apple device. This is thanks to something called a System Integrity Protection, or an SIP, which is an Apple security feature to protect important files and folders on your computer from malicious software. So the basic surface level ways in which we'll spruce up our macOS interface is what we'll cover today. So let's get started. For anyone following along, even though like I said before, I am the definition of chaotic, the version of macOS that I am using is Monterey version 12.2. There shouldn't be that much different from one version to another. If there is, let me know in the comments. To begin, Finder is the macOS equivalent to File Explorer for Microsoft Windows. Just like File Explorer, Finder is how you'll access all of the files, apps, and downloads on your Mac. Everything from your OneDrive folders to your wallpapers, music, budget documents, work in progress, and so on can be located with Finder. You also have a lot of control over what Finder will show you and how different parts of Finder will work. Now, if you want a more thorough look into Finder, check out our Computer for Beginners playlist on YouTube and watch the MacBook Pro Skill Set 2 video. Now, to open Finder, you can do it one of three ways. From your dock, from the menu bar, or using the Command plus N as in Nancy keyboard shortcut. However it works for you, go for it. So first on our list is to customize the toolbar. Your toolbar is at the top of the Finder window. Now by default, this window has several options you can use to change the view or perform an action, but you can customize this with a few other tools. Right now, we have different show options, such as showing our items in a list, as icons, in a gallery, or in columns. Then we have the 4-square icon to change how those items are sorted in the different views. And then we have a share icon, tags, and the perform actions menu. So to customize this toolbar, you're going to right control or 2-finger click on the toolbar, and in this small context menu, click Customize Toolbar. In the same way you would customize your toolbar in Pages, Numbers, and Keynote, click and drag the different tools onto the bar to set them. You can choose from any of the items in the list, such as Quick Look. This is a great way to glance at a document or photo you have in Finder. There's Delete. You can delete an item after highlighting it instead of right-clicking to send that item to the trash. Connect, where you can connect to an external server if you know the address. You can store several servers and switch between them. Another is Get Info. You can highlight something in Finder and press this button to get the detailed information pane for it. Now, if you're like me and constantly have to hover over icons to see the button's tooltip to find out what it does, you can add labels. Labels will help you learn what these common commands do without having to slow down and wait for the tooltip. In the customized toolbar sheet that we have here, you're going to click the icon only drop-down and select icon and text, or text only. Once you've picked what you need, you'll click done. And there's your new Finder toolbar. Now before we move on to files and folders in the Finder window, let's check out the bottom of this window. Sometimes when you're navigating through Finder, it can be pretty easy to get lost. The back button will of course take you back, but you don't know how far back to go to get where you need. And you don't know where you are when you do press the back button, so you go forward again. And then you can't remember how far forward you need to go, or where you are, or where you're going. So let's change that. Adding a path bar to the bottom of your Finder window can help you see where you've been and where you are. To add it, you'll visit the View menu in the menu bar. From here, choose Show Path Bar. The bar at the bottom of the window shows the location of the item that you've selected, starting with the hard drive. Just like the file path in File Explorer, you can double-click on the folder in the path bar to display its contents. If you have a file in the path, you can double-click on the file name to open it from the path bar. Now that we have two new practical features added to Finder, let's make it pretty. To change Finder's look, let's head to the System Preferences. Once we're here, we'll click General. Last time we were here, we changed our color scheme appearance and highlight color. This also affects Finder. So if you didn't play around with the colors last time, you can do so here and switch it up for Finder too. There will be more color customizations that we can do specifically for Finder, but this is a main way to add it. Now moving on from here. Another way to spruce up Finder is by changing your folder icon. Finder uses the same blue folder icon for all of your folders, but you can change this icon for certain ones. We're going to start the process for creating a new folder by opening the Perform Actions menu and then choosing New Folder, or right-click in Finder and choose that same option. Now you'll find an image that you want to use to replace this folder and open it in Preview by double-clicking on it. In the menu bar, you'll select Edit and then Copy. Now what you'll do is you'll go back to where that new folder is, right-click on the folder you want to change the icon for, and select Get Info. If you added Get Info to your toolbar, all you have to do is select the folder and then click the Get Info button. Then you'll click the current folder icon at the top and press Command V as in Victor on your keyboard. You have to use the keyboard shortcut to paste the image here. If you try to right-click or two-finger click on the touchpad, it will not apply the image. And this is how you'll change that folder icon in Finder. Your image should replace the existing folder icon. So making your folders stand out is not only fun, but it's one way to stay organized. Instead of using a picture, you can even find an image of a blank folder icon and change the color of it by using the Tools menu in that Preview app. Now, if you have an application you'd like to switch up, you'll just follow these same steps. Find the application, folder, drive, or other item that you want to modify. Press the Command I or right-click and select Get Info to bring up the inspector. You'll click and drag that icon that you want to use and release it over the existing icon. And there you have it. On to the next item. Now, if you're also like me, and you sometimes view your files in list view, that small text can sometimes be pretty small. 12 is the default, but if you want to increase the font size in Finder, here's how. From the View menu in the Finder menu bar, you're going to choose Show View Options. Here are some great options for changing the attributes for your files and folders. You can change the default view when you open this folder, increase the icon size and grid spacing, and even change the location of the file's information from beneath the item to the right of the item. You can also increase your text size from 12 to 16. This would be great if you have a folder with tons of files in it and don't want to squint to see the file names, or you just want better readability within Finder. Now, the changes you make here will only apply to the folder named at the top of the sheet. So if you choose Options and then close this out, it doesn't apply to any other locations. So in this sheet at the bottom is a Use as Defaults button. Clicking the button will apply the changes to other folders that don't already have a specific view assigned to them, like your desktop, downloads, and documents. It won't affect recents and applications, for instance. And it's important to note that the Use as Defaults button won't appear if you're currently using column view. So if after this you want to explore how to apply default changes to all of your subfolders in the same Finder view as the parent folder, you can create a Files and Folders workflow in the Automator app that's installed by default on Mac OS. I'll link how to do that in the comments. Automator can help you avoid the mind-numbing task of setting the view folder by folder by folder. Now, for this last one, have a color or picture in mind, because you can even change the background for certain folders in Finder. Now back in the view, in the menu bar, we're going to select View, Show View Options. From here, we have a background section that's toward the bottom of the sheet. Now depending on what view you're in and which folder you're in, this option may be grayed out. So back in our Finder toolbar, we want to set our view as icons as the currently displayed view. Then we're going to go back to the View, Show Options, and now we can pick a color or image to set as our new Finder background. And if you like it and want to apply it to all Finder windows, when you're in the icon view, of course, you'll choose the Use as Defaults button. And that's that. So with these customizations, you'll be able to make Finder fit your life and your aesthetic. And that's what I have for you. Don't forget, any of the MacBook Pro skill set series are still in our Computer for Beginners playlist. They're there for you to start, and hopefully you enjoy your Mac journey. All right, have a good day. And we want to thank you for watching. Follow us to find more videos just like this. Our page on Facebook is MCPL 360. And if you miss us on Facebook, you'll still find these same videos on our YouTube channel at MCPL Mo. Find our Consumer Technology playlist. Have a good day.